Hi everybody, I'm Jack and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me again today. I hope you're having a nice day wherever you are. We're going to talk about the C word today, the calorie. People always talk about calorie. You've probably been familiar with calories ever since you were an adult, if not before. How many calories are you taking in? How many calories do I need to lose weight? How many calories do I need to maintain weight? Well, as the title says, I don't count calories, I don't restrict calories, and I don't cram calories. I wasn't led to this lifestyle to be anal, counting, checking things, and no offense to anybody. I know a lot of people like to use this thing, what is it, chronometer or whatever out there, but no. I was looking for a natural lifestyle. I'm not looking to document and see how many calories are in everything I'm eating. Now, I will say this, I am aware of the approximate calories I'm taking in during a day. And I guess I do count in a certain way because I kind of keep track of how many bananas. My bananas are my staple, so I know if I've had X amount of bananas during the day, then no matter what else I've had, I've got at least a base of this amount of calories. So I guess if I want to be 100% fair, I can't say 100% I don't count calories, so because I do keep up with my banana consumption. And I'm finding right now, as I've been doing this 90-day challenge, I'm a little bit more aware because I've been writing down everything I eat on my blog, which I don't know if you're familiar with, but check it out sometime, rawtropicalliving.com. So I've been writing things down every day and just kind of roughly guesstimating the calories I'm taking in. I'm guesstimating anywhere between 2,500 and 3,000. Now there's some days where I get busy and I may not get up to 2,500. But you know what? I've been letting all this calorie talk kind of get in my head because I restricted calories, but not intentionally in the beginning. Like I say, my stomach shrank, and I got to where I could eat less and less, and I wasn't used to this yet, so I was under eating. Once I became aware of this, and I was just so emaciated, I started eating more. So it's like it's a fine line. It's like I do make sure that I eat enough during the day to get to a certain amount. But this cramming food in, like, I'm sorry, I mean, I think for me, my activity level, if I can get to and maintain and stay around 3,000 calories a day, or that approximation, and I think that without, calculating, going to websites, doing math and everything else, that I can kind of know when I'm close around there, and I know how I feel, I know how I look, I'm getting a little bit fuller looking, I know what my weight is. So past that, unless my body is just really hungry, I don't ever deny my body when it's hungry. But in that same note, I'm not going to sit around just shoving food in my mouth to try to get up to 5,000 to 6,000 calories. I mean, I'm not a triathlete. I'm not training for some sort of marathon type event here. So, I mean, for me personally, I see no reason whatsoever to be eating 5,000 calories at my activity level. So I'd like to stay, without being too anal about it and counting all the time. I'd like to be around that 3,000 range. If I could be around that 3,000 range and be doing about 10% fat, I'm right where I want to be. But once again, I think if you will just focus on the health, people are going to get tired of hearing me. I'm going to just have a few catchphrases that I just keep pounding over and over. If you will focus on the health. I think people get too involved with the calorie thing because they're still in this thing for the weight loss. Okay, weight loss should be a byproduct of what you're doing. It should not be the goal of this lifestyle. Now, saying that, I'm not saying it should, I guess maybe it could be a goal, but it should not be the major goal. Set the major goal as health, and all the other stuff is going to fall into place. But you're getting that, I read too much stuff on forums, I read too many comments, and people, even though it's being preached to them, they're either going underboard or overboard. They're either restricting calories because that's what they've been used to their whole life. When you want to lose weight, what do? You restrict calories. And then on the other hand, you're watching these people that are talking about eating just mega calories, 4,000 or 5,000, 6,000 calories. Now, I'm not some sort of genius. I'm not some sort of scientist. I'm not the biggest science person in the world. But no matter how you spin it, I just don't see how or why you need to eat 4,000 or 5,000 calories a day to lose weight or to get to where you're going if you're starting from a place of being overweight. I do understand that you don't want, but you also don't want to restrict. I understand that, but I think it's kind of walking that middle road, the way of the Buddha, the middle path. It's like finding a good balance in there. And I think for me, as I'm working, this challenge has taught me a lot of things. I've done some experimentation here. As soon as this challenge is over, I'm on about day 62. I'm moving on to another stage. I mean, it's not like, woo, 90 days is over, woohoo, it's time to go out and, or let go or relax for a while. I'm moving on to a different phase after that, and I think the next phase is going to be low-fat, raw vegan. And just a little bit, I'll do some more talk about this later, but just a little bit about my plan as of right now. If I would say I'm shooting for approximately, without analyzing it or worrying about it too much, but I'd like to be around 3,000 calories, 10% fat. No less fat. 10 is good. 80, 10, 10 is good. 95, 5 I don't want. So anyhow, don't worry so much about the calories. It's just focus. Imagine your health as being one center in your being, and this is all you're focusing on, is that center in your being. If you focus on taking care of that center in your being, which is your ultimate health, that center in your being will take care of the rest of it. It'll disperse the information, it'll disperse the nutrition, it'll disperse everything out. You take care of that one little part, the health, the health, the health. Forget about your weight, throw the scale away. I don't even like hearing people talk anymore about all this weight loss stuff. It's just like you're mentally not getting tuned in to make it happen. You're doing things the old-fashioned way. You're on a diet, but you're just repackaging it in a raw vegan way of speaking. Don't do things the way we've always done it. Don't do a diet. Focus on getting your health to the maximum level that you can sustain, and everything else is going to take care of itself. I promise you on that one. Anyhow, don't need to belabor the point on this one. Thanks for joining me. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Hope you'll subscribe. And I think I'm just going to lay out here and get a little sun for a little while. I've been a little deficient on my vitamin D lately. Peace.